All right, this is the flip class video for Honors Algebra 1, Section 9.3. You might hear my daughter in the background at some point making noises. She definitely wants to be a co-star in our video here, so we'll see what happens with that. But you might be able to hear her right now. All right, so we're going to be looking, continuing to look at multiplication with polynomials, but we're going to be looking at special products. I think you'll find a lot of the same skills are in use here as what we've been doing in section 9.2. We're going to look at number 1 here first. Number 1 is a problem that is, I don't know, sometimes confused. Sometimes people will struggle with this. So I think I'm going to show you the wrong way. I'm going to show you how people will mistakenly do this sometimes. A lot of people will try to just distribute the squared across that sum. And the truth is, you cannot distribute a squared across a sum or a difference. So the language I'm going to use to help you remember this is this right here. Step number 1 is expand. So we're going to try to expand 2x plus 1 squared into what it really is. And if you remember, squared just means times itself. So we're going to go 2x plus 1 times 2x plus 1. So that's the expand step. But once you've expanded, we will FOIL. FOIL is what we've done in section 9.2, so it's no different here. So expand, then FOIL, whenever you are taking a binomial to a certain power. Okay, so I'm just going to FOIL. So 2x times 2x. Remember, you multiply your bases and you add your exponents. So 4x squared. Here's your outers, 2x times 1. It's pretty simple, 2x. Your inners will be 1 times 2x. Again, 2x. Last one is 1 times 1. Clearly, that's the easiest part. Last step would be to combine your middle terms. It's a very common step. You have 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Okay, I think you're probably ready to try number 2. So why don't you pause the video and try number 2 on your own, and we'll see how you do once you press play again on the video. All right, number 2, we are squaring a binomial, and so when you're squaring a binomial, you cannot, she feels the same way, you cannot distribute the squared. It just doesn't work. I'll show you in class why it doesn't work if you want. But anyways, we need to expand and then FOIL. So our expand looks like this. 4x minus y times 4x minus y. Just expand the squared into what it really means. All right, once you've expanded, the next step is to FOIL. So foiling firsts are going to give you 16x squared. When you multiply your outers, you're going to get minus 4xy. When you multiply your inners, you're going to get minus 4xy. Did you notice that with the first one? The inners are the same. Whenever you're expanding and then foiling, that'll happen. And then, of course, the negative times the negative is a positive, and y times y is y squared. In case you didn't understand that, the next step is to combine your middle terms. So 16x squared minus 8xy plus y squared. Okay, we're going to look at 2 other unique patterns here. Let's start off with number 3. Please notice with number 3, that these 2 binomials are exactly the same, except for the middle sign, the sign between the 2 terms. They're opposites. This is a really important pattern that we will discuss in depth later, but we're just going to multiply it out for now. So we've got a binomial times a binomial. You already know how to do this. Let's FOIL. So firsts give you 16x squared. Let's pay really close attention to the pattern of the outers and the inners. So the outers give you 20x. The inners give you negative 20x. It's a unique pattern that happens with this situation. Your lasts give you minus 25. So now when you go to add your middle terms, your outers and your inners, they add out. So you get 16x squared minus 25. That'll only happen when you have two binomials that are the same, but the middle sign is different. All right, so I think you're ready to try number 4. Go ahead and give number 4 a try on your own. Start the video up, see how you do. All right, we're just going to multiply this out by FOIL. Well, 7x times 7x is 49x squared. Like before, let's pay special attention to the middle terms. Your outers would be minus 21xy, and your inners would be positive 21xy. Notice we have the same pattern as before, where those middle terms are opposites. Lastly, we've got 3y times negative 3y. That would be minus 9y squared. So when you go to add your middle terms, notice that they add out. Negative 21xy plus 21xy is just 0. So 49x squared minus 9y squared would be your final simplification here. All right, last one, number 5. This is a combination. The instructions here would be to simplify completely. So I'll let you pause the video, try this one on your own, see how you do, and check your answer in a minute. All right, let's see how you did. The first term here, we're going to have to expand and FOIL because we're squaring a binomial. So it's going to be 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 2. For here on the right, we can just go ahead and FOIL right away. X times x is x squared. Oh, did you notice the pattern? Did you notice how this binomial is just like that binomial, but the different sign in the middle? I'm expecting the middle terms to add out. Here's my first middle term, 5x. Here's my second middle term, minus 5x. They're going to add out. Lastly, I get minus 25. Okay, let's also FOIL over here. Now, when we FOIL this, 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 2, the middle term will not add out because the middle signs are not opposite. So here we go. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative 2 is minus 6x. Notice this, when you multiply your inners, you get the same thing as the outers. Minus 6x. And then negative 2 times negative 2 is plus 4. All right, so the middle terms add out. So our final step here would be to add all of our like terms. So I've got 9x squared and positive x squared. Those are like terms. So whenever you add your like terms, you add the coefficients, the 9 and the 1, and you get 10. But you leave the exponents alone and the variable as well. Let's see here. I also, as far as like terms, I have negative 6x and negative 6x. That gives me negative 12x. And then lastly, I've got positive 4 and negative 25. Added up, those would combine to be negative 21. So that would be my final answer right there. Hope this has been a good video for you. Hope that you enjoyed hearing my daughter make all of her noises. She happens to be wearing an Under Armour shirt today. I think that's the Under Armour logo. I think it's her favorite shirt. It's a pink Under Armour shirt. She's got little Under Armour pants and looks like she's ready to go work out. So, yeah, anyways, Under Armour shirts, I guess they're cute on babies. But anyhow, I've had fun making the video. Hopefully you've had fun participating and learning from it. See you next class. Hope you have a good weekend.